2016, there's a look inside New Era Field here at Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry for the former Tar Heel Elijah Hood. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And now here's a carry heading left. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. It got his man complete. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 44 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he puts it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Aldon Smith in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now this time, Carl throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. On second down, here's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Carr to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Carr now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And the Bills have recovered. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford him. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
As you know, he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
They're going to look to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks right near the 39. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Reminder, a couple of good games still to come. Later tonight, it's the Steelers on the road in Detroit taking on the Lions. Then Monday night, the costumes will be in full force in Kansas City, I'm sure, as on the day before Halloween, we'll see the Chiefs play host to their AFC West rivals, the Broncos.
And wasn't it just a couple years ago, those two played a night game that was won by the Broncos on a fumble return with like 20 seconds to go?
Absolutely, that was a thriller. Now Carr throwing on second down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Six-year man Marquette King on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Aldon Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They'll look to throw here. Left side, caught by Matthews. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Obi Melifonwu, the rookie out of UConn, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He finds Matthews. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They run the counter now on 1st down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Back now in Buffalo. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
Finding some room at midfield. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll drop to throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. The reception good for 7. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Two times. Come on, let's go.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now a handoff as they run left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, the spin. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And here come the Bills. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now that's fine now. Look at 56. Turn. Control. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time.
Switch.